Be a quick live, right? Real quick. So let me go ahead and start off with the prayer. I want to give thanks to the great mother, the great primordial mother, the ancestral spirits of creation, the archangels, the angels, and the ancestors. And I want to say Ashe, Ayah Bobo, and I want to ask the great primordial mother for protection, guidance, for all of us that striving for righteousness, the best of our abilities, and also protect us from those that are claiming to be righteous but are wolves in sheep's clothing. Ashe.
That's extra.
Now, I'm going to talk about something real brief, real quick. I'm nowhere near my computer. There's change amongst us. There's change amongst us, and also there's change coming to people in my city, which is Baltimore City. And the only thing that's consistent is change. There's something coming. And it's not negative. It's actually for the positive. And what's about to happen is what's happening in Chicago. What's happening in Chicago is going to happen here. And I'm going to tell you, like my godfather told me. My godfather said, Nassau is right around the corner. My godfather said that. He said, son, Nassau is right around the corner. The reason why they went to D.C. is to take care of some business to get things done, to start implementing. Then I found out from an old protege of mine, I came across him, and he said, bro, that guy that's in the office, he know what he's doing. He's about to implement something. And he said it's nothing negative either. Have y'all ever noticed how now a lot of the so-called Native American tribes are saying that so-called black people are indigenous now? Y'all notice that? Change is coming. And what people don't understand is that this time, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. You know, I sit back and I come on our channel and I talk about certain things. But I'm at the point now that y'all really about to get the real side of yours truly. And I got a message. For somebody. Mona Gibbs, aka Deborah Ticey. Step away. Stay over there where you at. Just keep in mind everything that's being shown and being talked about on that other channel that you be following. They got all that information from my godfather and also the people that I'm aligned with. And it's not just me. And I got something for DC. You know who you are. How about this? Instead of copying from B. Dell and everybody, be original, be your own. Because I'm going to tell you like this. I know I'm a king and I'm here to claim my throne. And I'm going to let you know, after it's all said and done, you're going to be dethroned and you're going to be on your own. See, I can rhyme when I want to. But I got something to tell you and the rest of your cronies. Y'all don't know what's really what's about to be implemented on this planet. And then let alone, thank you, then let alone You keep on saying you know what's going on. You don't. And so I got something for your other witch. You need to stop trying to put wigs on. But anyway, I digress. Back to the whole thing at play. Shit is about to hit the fan, y'all. Y'all about to see changes coming. And y'all about to see the so-called black man and woman finally claim back was rightfully theirs. Shout out to the Washita, Yamasee, or the Yamasee. Y'all don't really understand, like, this shit is about to hit the fan on everybody. So all the people that been calling our people ninjas and all of that and saying that we don't have a culture, y'all about to find out. Because really little did y'all know that the same people that y'all talk about and the same people that you talk about, this is their land. Always have been. Have y'all seen how the way all these so-called Native American tribes claiming that the so-called black man and woman are actually indigenous to this land? Have y'all heard that yet? Do y'all know why they're implementing? I'm not saying I'm against it, but why do you think they're implementing interracial dating? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about genetic survival, man. And they are also subconsciously, the people that's over here already know who we are. We the only ones that don't know, and that's what y'all about to find out, because you got people like Dan Calloway talking. You got a lot of people that's Moors talking. That's really not dirt. That's not dirty Moors. That's talking. Cedar Duke already told y'all who the hell we are. He been on Dr. Kia Pruitt channel. Then at the same time, everything is getting in alignment. Everything's starting to be in alignment with who we are and everything else. So my thing is, everything that has been spoke about who we are is coming out tenfold, because now the Vatican going to start releasing everything about who we are. Just like how Putin did, showed those icons. Now y'all about to find out who we really are. Seriously, the whole thing with the Hopi prophecy, it was talking about us. The whole Rainbow Warrior thing, they were talking about us. The whole X-Men movie was talking about us. All this goes back into the mitochondria fucking DNA. And the only species of women that have that is the so-called black woman. Period. Let me tell you, did y'all even know that even the CIA have to use witches to destroy and hunt demons? Did y'all know that too? And guess who created that whole witch thing? You know what witchcraft really came from? It came from our spiritual teachings, and they watered that shit down. And they turned into Wicca. Because our people was fighting demons. Our people was doing all that shit. Our people was fighting unseen beings and shit like that. This is all facts, man.
What's that?
We've been doing this shit since day one. What happened when you take people that infiltrate people's spiritual practices, they'll come back and try creating it in their own way. And then they create it from taking the original and watering it down so they can get an understanding of it. That's what they do. Did y'all know in order to get those gifts and powers back, that you really have to have a mother that is so-called black? I hope y'all really understand what I'm saying. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the original woman was always the visionary. She was always the seer or the oracle. Peace over watching, everybody. I'm walking. I just dropped my kids off from school, or my children off from school. And I spoke to a Caribbean sister yesterday that lived in Houston, Texas. Knew this sister for a minute. And she said, bro, can I tell you something? Go ahead, beloved, what's up? People need to know who we are. And she said out her mouth, a lot of people don't know who we are. And she said everybody be wanting to emulate. They want to emulate, then they perpetrate, but they can't copycat of a people that is actually great. That's exactly what she said. See, I don't have nothing against race, but I gotta put the truth out there. I do have something with that. I dislike the whitewashing. I don't like the whitewashing shit. I dislike that. Because they do that in Ifa, Santeria, they do it in Voodoo. They try to whitewash our deities and our ancestors. That's why I said what I said, that witchcraft stuff is a watered down version of our shit. It's watered down. Because they know it. That's why they use it. Because they don't understand the power of the melanin. To all my copper colored people, y'all really need to understand the power of your melanin and how connected it is to the universe and to and also to all the multiverses. 1,718 multiverses of you on this planet. Well, in this realm and also the spirit realm. Okay? I recommend you watch was it Doctor Strange when he was traveling to the different multiverses? I think it was. And what people don't know, that in the movie Doctor Strange, he studied the chakras too, the original part. And he studied the astral body or the etheric body. And realized the etheric body is real. See, I'm about to have a seat in the house now. And I'm about to go ahead and pull up stuff on my computer. I've been quiet for like a couple days. And I've been really thinking about shit. Really been thinking about shit. And I've been really thinking about how people really are. I've been thinking about all the lies about a lot of people that's been lying on YouTube. And I ain't saying all. A lot of these agents got to come and tell the truth. Some of them got to come tell a lot of the truth because they keep their following interested. You know, because there's a lot of them. So let me go ahead and get myself settled now. I got something to say to DC also. Because I'm home. I got something to tell DC and his cronies real quick. Because I said a quick live. So I'm going to tell DC and his cronies something. Yo, stop telling lies about me and my family. Stop telling lies about that I'm homeless and I'm not. Matter of fact, you need to stop trying to say all those lies about me that's not true. I'm going to tell everybody the truth. Everything that you say, you stole from everybody. You stole from yours truly. You stole from Noof. You stole from Isaiah. I'm letting everybody know about that shit. Because I got to get this thing. I got to really get some stuff off of here. And a lot of y'all that followers, dude. Y'all follow that dude. And that dude going to lead you down the wrong path in spirituality and consciousness. Because the change that's coming, y'all really didn't see shit yet. It's not all about Project Bluebeam. All that stuff that they talk about, these extraterrestrials coming back, they not the real ones, man. They the motherfuckers that's going to eat motherfuckers alive. That's another thing. The second thing is, this country been doing business with these beings since 1981 and before 1981. Those underground bunkers lead to those goddamn cities. That's also dealing with what's about to happen now, especially when the National Guard come in this city. There's so much shit going on. Then you gotta remember who runs the goddamn news media. They're gonna feed you all these lies. And I'm telling you like this. From here, from this so-called year to the next, which starts in the spring solstice, you're going to see a lot of serious weather, climate, well, when I say climate changes. We have all the way until spring of next year, which is the real new year. Those that's in the East Coast, keep your eyes on winter and fall. I'm telling you, fall and winter. I'm telling you, but mainly the winter. It's going to be a cold day. It's going to be some cold days in winter. Y'all better keep your eyes on all these damn volcanoes too, because I just got finished talking to William Jolly Bay yesterday. And I told him, everybody looking at Yellowstone, right? You need to look at you need to also look at the daggone volcano that went off in the Philippines in July. They kept that quiet. Y'all better look what's going over in Asia. They had earthquakes over there. They kept quiet about that too. Do y'all understand the water wars that been going on in the water? Did y'all even know that? Did y'all even know that it's been mermaids fighting the elite too, and they've been capturing these mermaids and eating them? You know how many people say that the mermaids are another form of fallen angels, and they really not? Because the simple fact is, when you was in the womb of your mother, you were actually in water, and you had a tail. This is stuff they don't want to tell you, man. But the whole thing about this that I'm going towards is that the change is actually being implemented. There's things going on, right, that many others try to tell you on YouTube. And Remedy Age just now posted something about the Great Reset, the frequency shift. He just now posted that up. That's a part of it too. The Great Reset is actually implementing what you call Nasara and Jasara. Y'all don't really understand what's happening. Listen, a lot of the light workers, the Star Children, Patriots, they did a lot of sacrificing for this to get implemented, along with a serious woman who was actually the Washington Empress who passed away in 2016 to implement Nasara and Jasara. Shout out to Dr. Kia Pruitt for that information. What y'all don't understand is that the Geechee Gullah, the Yamasee, the Arawak, if I didn't mention the Washita, and some other tribes, because there's another tribe over here too that look just like this, look copper colored. They've been hiding, and I think they're somewhere in the Hamptons, or somewhere located in the Hamptons or something like that. And Flavor Flav belonged to that tribe. Yeah, the Flavor Flav, he belonged to that tribe. That is also a fact, y'all. Let me tell you, all the Bible thumpers, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. The 7 seals been broken. The 7 seals been broken. Don't go to no daggone nun. Don't go to your pastor. Don't go to no daggone Catholic church. Nobody from the clergy. Don't do that. The 7 seals already been broken. Why do you think you're seeing all these UFO sightings? And also these different beings coming out from the Sasquatches, from the daggone werewolves. Matter of fact, I found the video on Instagram where a guy was actually saying how the Bermuda Triangle is a location where vampires are. And they are tired of human beings. And we're talking about the vampires you see in movies. This guy he looked just like me, copper colored, and he's literally saying stuff about what the fuck going on. And saying that they're tired of human beings. Now, he said they're tired of them because of what they've been doing. And they've been around since the ancient times of Rome. Or if not, longer than that. And he said in the video that they can really levitate. Don't believe me? One thing I learned about from Dr. York, shout out to Dr. York, he always said, if you don't believe me, check it out. He always said it to his students. See, nobody don't got time for fucking Fugazi games anymore, man. Nobody don't have time for the Fugazi shit no more. I'm gonna tell you like this. I know a brother is divinely protected. Trust me. Because I wouldn't be saying the shit that I'm saying on here. And also, I'm not saying nothing wrong. And every video I show on this live is for educational purposes, entertainment purposes only. And guess what? It's for fair use. And I need y'all to also open up your goddamn minds. So, enough with my damn rant right now. But I had to put that shit out there because I'm getting tired of the fuckery. There's too much fuckery going on, and people keep on lying and keep on thinking they know what the fuck going on. That's why I give a shout out to certain people on here, because they know what the hell going on. All these goddamn people saying that they know what's going on, man. What the hell? Too many fucking agents on this bitch, man. Give me a second. Trying to make sure I'm on. Alright. I just want to make sure my Wi-Fi was on. Let me see if I can find it. Pisces the King, if you're watching, the sister sent me an email. She said she need to see some sort of y'all, she need to see y'all background or something like that to see what y'all all about. So she can, I'm just paraphrasing, I ain't saying the whole thing. I'll call you as soon as I get off of here. Alright, this video, I want you to hear this. I got this from one of the people I follow on Instagram. This is about the vampire joint.
This man says he is a vampire.
Older than the so-called elders
Please,
who live amongst humans. These vampires have been around for so long that they've developed abilities that your everyday vampires
Possibly thousands of years.
For instance, these vampires have the ability to fly. Now, they don't fly the way a bird flies. They don't have wings. They don't fly the way a plane flies. There's no jetpack on their back. These vampires have been around for so long that they've developed the ability to levitate their own body by using their mind. They've also developed elongated fangs. These fangs are so long that they are unable to retract their fangs anymore. There's a few reasons why these vampires have decided to live on this sanctuary. One being that they are quite literally tired of the human race. They were walking around in Rome before Caesar was there. They're absolutely tired of humans. They were tired of living in a world where humans were more of a blight than a gift to the planet. Another reason why they might live in this sanctuary is because with their elongated fangs, it became harder to hide the existence of vampires. While younger vampires can walk amongst the humans, these elders could not. This sanctuary is surrounded by tall stone mountains and very large ancient trees. These trees have vines on them as small as a garden snake and as large as the torso of an elephant. These vines are riddled with thorns, thorns as small as ants and as big as a grizzly bear. Inside of these vines is a red substance. Now, this red substance can be consumed by vampires, but it's not a replacement for blood. The real purpose for this red substance within the vines is that when it's burned, it releases a gas. This gas then rises into the air and creates a mist. This mist covers the island, making it undetectable by radars or any other human instruments. You won't know about this island until it's too late. For centuries,
Apparently some
ships,
humans have been
boats,
there.
and more recently planes
Amelia
go
Earhart.
missing when they travel to it. Not only does this mist protect the island from radars, but it also prevents radio waves from traveling in or
Very
out.
weird.
This is why those ships, boats, and planes could never send a distress call when they were in trouble.
Y'all hear that? This guy is wearing shades for a reason. He's actually he's actually one of those vampires, no other not. And this came from right here on Instagram. See? This is for entertainment and educational purposes, use purposes only. Sorry about that. I just woke up. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Okay? This guy broke it all down, let you know where this island is located at. And he's wearing shades because he's a real vampire, no other not. And he spoke about the elongated fangs that these elder vampires have, like they have in the movies. He said they can't even retract them no more. So I told y'all that the vampires are here too. And I told y'all a story about this brother when I used to work with him, how he said that they were real, and he also told me he was a werewolf and all this other shit. Now I'm about to show y'all something else. I'm gonna show y'all something from the same gentleman. Everything I play on here is for fair use, educational, entertainment purposes only. Y'all ready to see this? Now look at this. You see what I put down, right?
CIA teamed up with witches and warlocks to hunt demons.
Watch
Witches
this.
and warlocks to guide us to demons that we could use for warfare. Just think,
This is real.
it was an offshoot of MK Ultra, where we would manipulate people's minds and control them, and thus control the reality around everyone. But this was dealing with different dimensions, and we needed spiritual guides for that. Didn't you use regular spirit guides? Like, you really had to get the darkest witches and warlocks in the world to help you? Right? We don't want a regular spirit. We need the most powerful ones for war. And that requires someone who knows how to find them. No human, no matter how darkly cultivated they are, understands demons. How could you just open up something so horrible that you know nothing about? You know the devastation that could cause? There are no rules in war if you want to win. Wouldn't you use everything at your disposal to succeed in a war? You guys always call us crazy when we accuse you of doing things like this, and then it turns out to be true. Like CERN. What are you guys doing with that? You're strumming up the most energy that's ever existed in the third dimension, and it's completely human-made. And people that work there are saying there's beings that are coming through, and you're like, no, these people are lying. You're just trying to find the God particle. Like, what are you guys actually doing? Right in front of your faces. Okay, so these demons, did they ever come through? Did they ever help you? Are you working with them now? Like, what's going on? All I can say is that in 1975 to 1977, a lot of these files were revealed. But not all of them.
The CIA teamed up with witches and warlocks to hunt demons.
Watch
Witches
this.
and warlocks to guide us to demons that we could use for
But yet-
warfare. Just think,
This is real.
it was an offshoot of MK Ultra, where we would manipulate people's minds and control them, and thus control the reality around everyone. But this was dealing with different dimensions, And we needed spiritual guides for that. Couldn't you have used regular spirit guides? Like, you really had to get the darkest witches and warlocks in the world to help you? Right? We don't want a regular spirit. We need the most powerful ones for war.
Isn't that something now? I could have sworn that in previous lives, your little big brother said stuff that was kind of like familiar about the portals, about what's going on, and she and him, they just confirmed a lot of shit that I was talking about with these portals. But yet, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about, right? They just now confirmed what the fuck been going on with these portals. She mentioned CERN, how CERN been doing shit. She mentioned a whole lot of shit, didn't she? But who am I to say anything? All I'm saying is shit is real. But yet, our stuff that we practice was demonized. When our stuff, we would fight against them things. With our stuff, we knew how to close the portals. Real talk. Our spiritual practices knew how to open and close portals. Once they got in the wrong hands, guess what? Crazy shit started happening. Now, I want y'all to hear this video. This is why I said changes in the air. And the stuff that's changed in the air, it hasn't changed at all. It's just been here since day one. As far as the practices, the spiritual practices, but that whole Nasara thing, that goes back to Lemuria. The whole Jasara goes back to Lemuria. Because during that time, there was no such thing of people being broke and poor. Everybody had wealth. Everybody's walking around looking fabulous and everything. There was no broke people. They didn't know what the hell that was. You had people walking around with gold and, you know, all kinds of golden clothes, everything. All right? Let's go ahead and get down to business. Check me out on this. For fair use, entertainment, and educational purposes only. Listen to this shit. These guys tried to shoot this brother. Pum pum. You hear the jam? Their weapons jammed.
Well, this video doesn't have much information. What we do know is in the language of Haitian Creole, they're asking this guy, does he serve any spirits? And they're asking him, does he have any contract with demons? Well, let me explain to you what's going on here. Because this guy, I don't know what he did, or if he's a rival gang member. They've actually attempted to kill this man. They've pulled out guns and all their guns jammed. And this is what we have left. Well, this is a common practice in Haiti. Some people serve spirits, and these spirits grant these individuals great protection. So that's why they were asking if he served any spirits.
And y'all, and people try to say that if these spirits are demons, I'm going to tell you some real shit. Actually, no. Our people been doing this for a long ass time. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. The people that's been in power, that's controlled by the Catholic Church and stuff, they know about this stuff. They have books on it. There's a such thing as negative and positive duality, which is balance. Duality is balance. When you study your spiritual self in the spiritual realm, and when you study yourself in the physical realm, I want you to pay attention when I'm about to tell you. 180 is positive, and the other 180 is negative, which give you the whole 360 degrees. That's the physical. Let's say the 360 degrees is physical, which is 180 positive, 180 negative. So that's 360. That's one that you have mastered. Now you're going to the spiritual part. 180 positive, 180 negative. That's 360. Put that to the side. You have now have studied at least 720 degrees of your physical. 360 degrees of your physical, 360 degrees of your spiritual, which adds up to 720, which means that you have mastered thyself in both the physical and spiritual. But that's not all, because it keeps on going, because you got to keep on doing the shadow work. When you master yourself and know thyself, your guardians, your spiritual guardians, some people say your guardian angels or guardian angel or so on, they get activated and they protect you. And our ancient practices, we practice that because the whole chosen story or whatever, how it go, the chosen ones, the so-called chosen ones, they get activated on a spiritual level, physical and spiritual level, where, i.e., they find out that they are an avatar. They'll find out they're an avatar. But here's the thing, these ancient practices activated the chakras in the body. They activated all the chakras in the body, which is connected to the Kundalini. When that is activated, along with that, since that Kundalini is activated, you go into a serious, powerful shift, transformation into something that is unheard of spiritually, that can manifest in the physical. Because what they don't tell you is that that so-called spirit is actually you in the spirit realm, and is finally settling in the physical body, because your physical body is a vehicle. It's like a car. And you know what? You go to the doctor for what? For a tune-up. And the doctor give you either herbs or medication to take. And what does it turn into? It dissolves. And it circulates through your body, through your bloodstream. See, this is what they're not trying to tell you. This is why ancient times, they would go to a doctor or an herbalist to align themselves back on point, not just through meditation, but they had to see somebody every once in a while to get that energy work done, to get that physical work done, or get that body work done and checked out. One of the greatest people to study medicine was Imhotep, the modern day father of medicine that people emulate. Just saying. Let's give you a little history lesson. See, nobody don't want to talk about this stuff because they feel as though, oh, it's demonic, oh, it's evil. Let me tell you something. They'll tell you that your stuff is demonic, but they're practicing it behind your fucking back. How you doing? They'll say it's demonic, but they'll practice behind your damn back. Meanwhile, they elevating higher and they're using your spiritual okay. So yeah. Let me see what else. I think that's all. I showed y'all everything else. It's a whole lot of stuff that I want to say today, but I just don't have the energy right now. Cause I took my kids took them to school. I'm just a little exhausted because I had to do some cleaning last night. So y'all gotta excuse me. I'm out of it. Even though I was walking, I had to get that out of me. Alright, this is not the video I was looking for. I got one more video, or if not two more to show y'all, and then I'm done with this live, y'all. But I really had to put that out there about people that's been harassing me too. Because it's getting tiring. Bear with me, y'all, because I'm trying to find this video. I want y'all, this is Dr. Samuel B. Lee. He's going to talk about something dealing with that.
Or get sealed into a finite life simulation. Earth's morphogenetic field is undergoing a scalar bifurcation. Two distinct vibrational currents are emerging from the same planetary physical body. One timeline returns to source, other loops in a finite light simulation, and these streams will no longer overlap after 2030. CDT plate 11 calls this the final divergence window, and your DNA chooses the stream. Your DNA is a living tuner. By activating your 12-stranded DNA, you magnetize the eternal life stream. But if your body remains encoded in fear, guilt, or artificial implants, your consciousness will be sealed into the synthetic grids, which can be subtle, but for most it is irreversible. 2030 is a frequency lock. After 2030, the frequency fields phase lock. That means that your dominant emotional state, your felt vibration, will become your permanent home. Timeline jumping becomes extremely difficult after 2030 because the vibrational gates begin to close. It's like two trains going on separate tracks. And this isn't fear, it's physics. You're not waiting for a rapture. By 2030, your soul signs its contract with eternal light or illusion. So choose wisely. Choose now. Choose your higher self. Choose love.
That's right. I'm gonna play it again. And for the people that I talked about that's been stalking me, I don't hate y'all. I'm using divine love, letting y'all know that, hey, I don't hate you. Keep bringing it.
By 2030, you're not going to physically see a new earth appear, but your soul will either crystallize into an eternal life timeline, base 12, or get sealed into a finite life simulation. Earth's morphogenetic field is undergoing a scalar bifurcation. Two distinct vibrational currents are emerging from the same planetary physical body. One timeline returns to source, the other loops in a finite light simulation, and these streams will no longer overlap after 2030. CDT plate 11 calls this the final divergence window, and your DNA chooses the stream. Your DNA is a living tuner. By activating your 12-stranded DNA, you magnetize the eternal life stream. But if your body remains encoded in fear, guilt, or artificial implants, your consciousness will be sealed into the synthetic grids, which can be subtle, but for most it is irreversible. 2030 is a frequency lock. After 2030, the frequency fields phase lock. That means that your dominant emotional state, your felt vibration, will become your permanent home. Timeline jumping becomes extremely difficult after 2030 because the vibrational gates begin to close. It's like two trains going on separate tracks. And this isn't fear, it's physics. You're not waiting for a rapture. By 2030, your soul signs its contract with eternal light or illusion. So choose wisely. Choose now. Choose your higher self. Choose love.
And I did a video on this channel of ours talking about the heart chakra. And I kept on telling everybody the importance of the heart chakra. In order to go to that elevation that he's talking about, you have to get that heart chakra taken care of by doing the shadow work. And one of the parts of doing shadow work is eliminating the hatred of what you have within yourself. And to finally balance out that ego. And to go into the next level. And to face the reality on what could have been your, how can I put it? Comings. And not putting nobody to blame to it. Accept it. as your downfall, or your accept it as your shortcomings. Don't blame it on nobody else. Take accountability, because you are the spirit. You are the spiritual. You are the creator, or may I say, you are the divine living a human experience, and you have to focus on that heart. You gotta go into self. You gotta do the shadow work. But if you gotta get that energy out against somebody that you been getting, that been a pest in your life, get it out, but don't use hatred. Acknowledge that individual or individuals, or acknowledge things that you have done to yourself, and realize that you can change, and you're changing by at least accepting and calling it out for what it is. In order to go to the next level, you got to go ahead and start digging deeper within yourself. And these spiritual practices I kept on talking about, know it or not, it does help you along the way. It does help you progress. It does help you focus on the chakras, and it does help you find out about who you are spiritually. Many of you are not avatars, so I'm just letting y'all know, many of you are not avatars. So don't think that you are all avatars, because many of you are not avatars. A selective few will find out that they're avatars. Okay? And I showed what an avatar is, but I'll show it again, because I really want everybody to know how it also coincides with the Kundalini. And the Kundalini is actually connected to what? The mitochondrial DNA. See, I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but I really want y'all to know the truth, though, because I don't want y'all to be misled and everything. I really want y'all to understand that. You get me? I really want y'all to know the truth, because I don't want y'all to be stuck in lies. Because we already been caught up in lies as people, as human beings on this planet, period. I don't care what nationality, race, color, creed you are, you've been lied to. Period. You have been lied to. Let me see. See if I can find okay, I keep on showing it. I did a lot of research on the Kundalini, goddamn. Sure, I did a lot of daggone stuff on spiritual stuff too. All right, let me see. I'm gonna go back to something. Give me a second, y'all. Trying to find. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll use this. I'm gonna erase this. Bear with me. Avatar. I had to think about what word I had to look up. Like I said, many of you are not avatars. I just want y'all to know. This is what an avatar is. That first part right here. That stops right there. Where it says Earth. Whoop. My bad. Let me X that out. This is what it is. Not the movie and all that, but I want y'all to know. Give me a second now. I'm about to type it in. What is an avatar? Because I really want y'all to know the meaning. Like, seriously. I want y'all to really know. No. Here you go, right here. This is a better one. A manifestation of a deity or released soul bodily form on earth, an incarnate divine teacher. Also, okay, but if you really want to know the true definition, it's the first one that you saw, which is this one. And you ask yourself, how is that possible? Easy. Because it's going back to the Kundalini. It's going back into the X chromosome. That's why I said earlier, people about to find out who we are as a people. Let's go ahead and see it again. The meaning of avatar, shall we? I better see the incarnation of a god. Ain't that something? Also a divine teacher. That is what an avatar is. That's what I said, everybody's not going to be an avatar. But this, the avatar is connected to this that I kept on telling everybody about. This. That is what the avatar is connected to. So when I tell you that change is coming in the air or changes in the air, it is because a lot of people are going to start feeling that divine feminine energy, which is the Kundalini, starts transforming their bodies. Because they've been doing the research within themselves and finding out who they are by digging deeper within themselves. And all of these different so-called energy shifts and solar flares is activating this. Now my daggone computer died. So the whole Nasara Jasara thing is connected to the Kundalini. It's connected to the higher self, not the lower self. Because you have to master the lower self to get to the higher self. You can't go through the higher self, then master the lower self. No, you got to master the lower self to the higher self. And then at the same time, you have to learn the not just affirmations. Affirmations is not just that. You got to go through within yourself to find out who you really are within. In order for you to go forward, you can't go nowhere without going within. Because guess what? If you don't go within, you're going to wind up being what? Without. So you got to remember who you are. You cannot forget who you are. Because when you were born, you forgot why you came here. Some of you have. Some of you were born and had dreams of being in ancient civilizations and so on. What I'm going to do, I'll probably do a live later on when I pick my children up and after I take care of what I got to take care of today. And I'm going to find that video with Dr. Delbert Blair speaking about people that was born in 1980 all the way to 85. And I want y'all to pay attention to that. See, we have to start looking up the Rainbow Warriors and look up how they're talking about the rainbow currency, may I say. The quantum rainbow currency that they're working on. Then I'm going to show y'all who really represents the rainbow. And it's not who you think it is either. It's an ancient deity that represents the rainbow. Very ancient deity. And I can spell the name for you. O-S-U-N-M-A-R-E. I'll spell it for you again. O-S-U-N-M-A-R-E. So that's what I want to let y'all know. That's the name of that particular deity. Look him up. Okay? Look him up. Look that deity up. Osunmare. That's who the rainbow really represents. An ancient melanated deity that's connected to the serpent energy. The serpent energy is also called the Kundalini energy. The change is already here. And I'm telling y'all, when the National Guard come to this damn city, that's a part of the change that's about to come. It's nothing to be scared of, because they're not just going to be in this city. They're going to every freaking city to get this whole thing started with Nasara, y'all, and Jasara. And I'm going to let y'all know something. Those that's in this country, the rightful owners that's been indigenous are claiming it back. And I'm telling y'all that's about to happen. They're going to claim it back. And furthermore, the other changes that's coming is the weather patterns. The weather patterns are coming. The climate change is coming. So y'all need to keep that in mind. Everything is going to come. I'm out. Peace, love, light, darkness, supreme balance, which represents the yin and the yang, which is the masculine and feminine energy, which bring forth supreme balance. I love all of y'all. Peace. Out of here.